The Star religious group doesn't have the power to fight against Jujutsu sorcerers, but they can pay very well. How about it, Zenin?
I'm not a Zenin anymore. I took my wife's name. It's Fushiguro now. But sure, count me in on all the fun.
In a world where power comes from cursed energy, Toji Fushiguro was born without any, but instead of being powerless, he became someone who could defeat some of the strongest sorcerers alive. Toji's story is about a man who was rejected by the world of Jujutsu, and turned that rejection into his greatest weapon. Toji Fushiguro, originally known as Toji Zenin, is one of the most dangerous characters introduced in Jujutsu Kaisen. He was born into the powerful Zenin clan, a family known for valuing cursed techniques and cursed energy. However, Toji has neither. Because of this, he was treated as an outsider and looked down on by his family. Instead of cursed energy, Toji possessed something called heavenly restriction. His lack of cursed energy was exchanged for an incredible physical ability. Toji gained extreme strength, speed, senses, and reflexes that allowed him to compete with powerful Jujutsu sorcerers. The same thing that made him rejected by society became the reason he became so dangerous. If you haven't seen this show yet, I physically cannot tell you how Toji's fight scenes are, so here, I'll give you a clip. Y'all can watch it while I talk about the Zenin clan. Toji's relationship with the Zenin clan shaped who he became. The clan believed strength came from cursed techniques, so they viewed Toji as worthless because he couldn't use Jujutsu. This rejection created a deep separation between Toji and the world of sorcerers. Instead of trying to earn their approval, Toji chose his own path, as he should. If y'all haven't seen it, if you knew how his brothers treated him, you would understand. I don't approve of the path he chose, but it is what it is. Toji became known as the Sorcerer Killer because of his ability to hunt and defeat Jujutsu users. Unlike most fighters, he didn't rely on cursed techniques. He relied on strategy, physical ability, and his understanding of his enemies. He used special weapons, including the Inverter Spear of Heaven, which could cancel cursed techniques. I did not include that into the art piece, only for the fact that Toji is a monster with other weapons. One of Toji's most famous moments was his battle against Satoru Gojo. At the time, Gojo was considered one of the strongest young sorcerers, but Toji was able to challenge him because he fought in a completely different way. Toji's planning, patience, and experience allowed him to catch Gojo off guard. This battle became a turning point in Gojo's life and changed the future of Jujutsu society. This was a good turning point. I'm kind of wondering if I should redraw Gojo and make an educational video on him as well. Despite his cold personality, Toji's story also connects to his son, Megami Fushiguro. Toji left Megami behind and became disconnected from his role as a father. However, he still recognized Megami's potential because of his connection to the Zenin clan's Ten Shadow technique. His choices show a complicated character who struggles between selfishness and the small amount of care he still had for his family. I mean his son, because he didn't care about anybody else. Toji is not a traditional hero or villain. He is someone shaped by rejection and a world that judged him before seeing his abilities. He represents what happens when someone is pushed outside a system and decides to destroy the rules that rejected them. Toji Fushiguro proves that power doesn't always come from what the world gives you. He had no cursed energy, no respect from the clan, and no special status. Yet he became one of the most feared fighters in Jujutsu Kaisen. His story shows that sometimes the person underestimated the most can become the biggest threat. Just a side note, this clip that I'm about to show you is the reason why I added Daddy to the picture.
What song would y'all's character want to hear in the club?
I don't think Megami could imagine a fate worse than death than going to the club. The only way he would go is once they're of legal age. Yuji asked him out, but Yuji didn't think he was actually going to the club. He just thought he was going to a place where they dance and have good fun. And I think Megami would say, fine. And then he would stand in the corner, slowly dancing until he got loose enough, and then break it down on the floor for exactly one song, and then go home at 9:45.
Doesn't Usher have a song called Daddy's Home? Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Daddy didn't come home for like 12 years. Thanks a lot.
歌い続けましょうどんな試練も飲もう